If you are starting a business in the state of California, you may be considering starting an LLC, a limited liability company. But what does it cost to start an LLC? Let's look at specifically what is going to cost to start an LLC in the state of California. First, as of 2023, there is a $70 California Secretary of State filing fee for registering your LLC. You'll be filing an Articles of Organization document with the California Secretary of State. Filing this initial registration is $70. Next, you're going to be required to file a California Statement of Information. This initial filing is due within the first 90 days of formation and currently is $20. Next, you're going to be required to get an EIN, an Employer Identification Number. All LLCs are required to do this, and there is a $0 cost. You can do this on irs.gov and get it free and instantly for no cost. Do not pay a service to get your EIN. Next, you're going to be required to have separate business bank accounts. You cannot use your personal bank accounts with an LLC. So any additional fees that are associated with your particular bank for opening these accounts are going to need to be taken into consideration. Next, let's look at what is going to be required to keep your LLC up and running. The first thing is going to be due at the first year that you file your income taxes for your business, and that is going to be an $800 LLC tax to the state of California. The Franchise Tax Board charges an $800 minimum LLC tax annually. This tax is paid every single year that you have your LLC, regardless of whether or not you turn a profit or how much money you make. You're going to be required to pay this $800 LLC tax. The only exception for this is that currently for 2023, the California Franchise Tax Board is waiving the $800 tax on your first year in business. This does not apply going forward. It is set to end on 2023 as of this point in time. However, if your business grossed over $250,000 in that tax year, then you are going to be taxed differently as shown on this chart. Additionally, in order to keep your LLC active and compliant, every other year, biannually, you're going to be required to file an updated Statement of Information. This is going to incur a $20 fee on years where you are required to file it. Lastly, there are going to be some other expenses that you need to plan for that aren't necessarily requirements for starting an LLC, but rather requirements or strongly recommended requirements for holding a business in your city, state, and county. The first is holding a business license. In most cities, you are going to be required to hold a business license. This is also known as a business tax certificate. In order to see if you are required to hold a business license, visit calgold.ca.gov and you can check your local requirements there. Here you can also find the direct link to that business license application and the department where to submit it, and you can also locate in that website the specific fee for your own city. These fees vary from city to city, but in general plan on a fee between $50 and $200. Next, you're going to be required to have a business address on public record with your registration as an LLC. Now, you can be a home-based business and use your home address, and this of course would be $0 in additional cost. However, many LLC owners and business owners in general do not want to have their personal home address on public record for the world to see. In this case, you would then need to factor in any additional office costs for having a brick and mortar office for yourself, or factor in costs for a virtual office service. This is different than a PO box. In the state of California, you cannot register a business to a PO box or a simple virtual address. You must have a service that provides you with a virtual office service where you are actually allowed to register your business to that address that you are using in lieu of your personal address. Next, if you are going to be operating your business under a different business name from what you originally filed on your LLC registration, then you will need to register a DBA, a doing business as name. This can also be called a trade name or a fictitious business name. In the state of California, most counties refer to this as a fictitious business name statement. In the state of California, most counties refer to this as a fictitious business name statement. Fictitious business name statements are filed with your county clerk recorder's office. And in order to check on the specific amount that you have to pay to file this, head over to calgold.ca.gov where you can locate that office for your specific location. Once you register your DBA, you also are going to, in most cases, be required to have that DBA published in a local newspaper. This fee will also vary depending on the publication, but again can range anywhere from $25 up to $150. Next, take into account who your registered agent will be. LLCs are required to have a registered agent on record. A registered agent is essentially the person or representative responsible for receiving all business-related information and contacts from the government. Now, you can be your own registered agent, and in this case, it would be a $0 additional fee. But keep in mind that just with your home address being used for your business, if you are your own registered agent, then your contact information, including your address and phone number, will be on public record. Because of this, many businesses choose to use a professional registered agent service. If you use the link that I have in the description down below to form your LLC with INCFILE, then you receive your registered agent service free for a year. If you are someone who is paying for your registered agent service, then this fee can vary depending on which company you choose to use, so make sure you research it in advance. Next, you should strongly consider getting business insurance. There's a variety of different types of business insurance that will apply based on the type of business that you operate, what industry you're in any specific industry, city, or county requirements for actually conducting business. I have a video that lists the major types of insurances linked down below. Next, you're going to want to think about how you are going to record keep. It is going to be a legal requirement that you keep business records. How you do so has a lot of flexibility in it, so you may decide to get a DIY software such as QuickBooks, or you may decide to get a bookkeeping service or a CPA. All of these are going to range in their cost, so make sure you research that up front. Lastly is any industry-specific licensing that you need to obtain and renew. This is going to be very, very varied according to what industry you are in. Some business industries will have specific licensing and permits that you must be registered for, and others do not. So head over to calgold.ca.gov, check on your industry, and see what may be required. Lastly, if you're going to be starting an LLC, I want to encourage you to start it the fast and easy way using a service that I love called INCFILE. INCFILE allows you to start your LLC in about 5 minutes, and it charges you $0 plus the state filing fee to simply register your LLC. They also give you a year of free registered agent service. It is a fantastic way to get up and running quickly and easily without the headache. Affiliate link is included down below. I do receive a commission every time that someone signs up with INCFILE, so it's a great way to help my channel to create more video content and also start your LLC quickly and easily.